Hey guys, what is up? Schroeder here. Going to be sharing with you guys how to get more leads for your phone flipping business tonight. So let me share this stuff into the Facebook group and stuff, and then we'll be getting started right now. Okay, so it looks like we're there. Fantastic. So, um, guys, tonight we're going to be going over how to get more leads for your phone flipping business so that you can make more money. All right, so. With that being said, let's get started. And let me pull up the little whiteboard here on Zoom, and I'm going to try this out this time for you guys, and see how this works out on the whiteboard on Zoom because I do a lot of whiteboard stuff. If you're not familiar with my content, I do a lot of whiteboard stuff on YouTube. So I'm going to introduce myself a little bit with YouTube as well, because if you guys don't watch my YouTube channel, that is where I post a lot of my stuff and it's pretty good stuff, I think. Anyway, I mean, there might be some people in the comments and stuff that can give some more detail on that. But I do have a YouTube channel. You guys can check that out. This video will be uploaded there. It's where a lot of my videos end up. But I have a YouTube channel that goes over pretty much everything that I'm going to be teaching you guys tonight in a little bit more detail. So with that being said, we're going to be getting started here in a second. We're going to give a couple more people some time to hop on, and then we'll be going. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I can answer them towards the end of the thing. All right. So with that being said, let me change the privacy on this. Public, done. There we go. All right, cool. So let me pull up the Zoom whiteboard here. And I'm going to show you guys kind of my lead trifecta, okay? So the lead trifecta that I like to call is exactly how it sounds, okay? So let me pull up the Zoom thing, annotate. Where the heck did it go? Let me stop sharing my screen. All right, and let me pull up, where are the whiteboards? Conference documents, whiteboard. All right, cool. New whiteboard. Let's rock and roll. All right, so when it comes to getting leads in the phone flipping space, there's a good amount of ways that you can do it. Okay, the first rule, guys, is everybody has phones. Everybody has phones. Okay, so there's a couple of ways that you can get leads for this business. All right, the first way that you can get them is from reach outs or Facebook Marketplace. So we're going to put an R here, reach out for reach outs. Okay, and we're going to put a square around it. That was a terrible square, but gets the job done. All right, so reach outs is the first way that you can get leads. All right, what are reach outs? Reach outs are basically going to Facebook Marketplace and DMing as many people as possible. Okay, that's the first way that I actually recommend now. I used to not recommend this, but I do now. And the reason I do now is because my mind was changed thanks to Matt Shirley, who is now our game console coach. And he kind of showed me a different way forward with this. Okay, so reach outs are the first way that I recommend getting leads. Now, how do we actually do a reach out? So a reach out is let me share my screen. Well, I don't want it to delete it, but let me see if I can just keep it. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go to Facebook Marketplace. So you want to navigate to Facebook, and you'll go to Marketplace. Okay, so we do a lot of reach outs on Facebook Marketplace to recommendation. Okay, and so let's just say we're going after an iPhone 14 Pro Max, right? Actually, before that, I want you guys to actually write this down. I go over this on YouTube a lot. There's a little cogwheel here whenever you go to Facebook Marketplace. You can click that, and there's a preset message that a lot of people hate, just so you guys are available. And I actually just said it, funny enough. So it's that, hey, is this still available thing? Guys, people freaking hate that, okay? I promise you, people hate when you send them that, okay? So it's actually better to send a customized message. My message is, hey, I run a business that buys used and damaged iPhones, MacBooks, smartwatches, cameras, VR, and more. if I were able to pay cash today, would you take a lower price? All right. I recommend doing that. The reason I recommend doing that, and I'll drop this in the chat for you guys on Facebook. The reason I recommend doing that is because it's a lot better. I mean, just going to be real. It's way easier to get people to go lower on price because you're being authentic about it, right? It's important to be authentic with your sellers simply because if you're not, then it's going to be harder to get those people to come back again and again. All right. And let me drop this for you guys that are in the group here. So dropping this in the comments for you guys. There you go. So you want to use that message. And the reason I say that is because that message helps in 3 ways. Okay. So, hey, I run a business that buys. Okay. That is called a pre-frame. Okay. I'm honest about this. Okay. I run a business that does this. This means it is a guaranteed pickup type of thing. Okay. And then it says, I buy damaged iPhones, MacBooks, smartwatches, cameras, VR, and more. This is an upsell. Okay. So an upsell is basically, I want to buy more than just your iPhone. I want to buy more than just your phone. Okay. And the reason I do this is because I make more money. That's just the reason. Okay. And if I were able to pay cash today, would you take a lower price? This is a benefit. All right. So there's a pre-frame, upsell, and then benefit. Okay. I recommend using it. Highly recommended. Okay. So let's head back to Marketplace. So we go to Marketplace. Let's just say we're looking for iPhone 14s. You go in, you find all the iPhone 14s, right? And I'm in the wrong location. So let me make sure your location is correct. So League City. All right. So once you make sure your location is correct, then you can start sending the message. All right. So if you go down here, or if you go to a listing, you can then just press send. And I recommend doing this. I recommend doing about 20 to 30 of these a day. All right. And if you do 20 to 30 of these a day, it is virtually guaranteed that you don't lose. All right. If you're sending out almost 30 messages a day, the likelihood that you don't make money or buy a device is incredibly low. All right. So for everybody watching, can you guys let me know if you have any experience with, just so I know who I'm talking with here? Can you guys let me know if you know how to value a device? And if you don't, I'll know what kind of crowd I'm working with here, and I'll be able to help you guys out with that. So for everybody watching, if you could, just kind of let me know, where we are in terms of knowledge in this business. Do you know how to value a phone? Let me know in the chat. All right. So with that being said, that is the first thing that we do. All right. We send that message. So press send, and you do that about 20 something more times. All right. I guarantee you it works. I've seen people drop by $100, $150 sometimes in price. Okay. And it's because of that pre-frame, upsell, and benefit. Okay. And then I've also seen it come back a lot of times where people didn't sell to you in the beginning, but they sold to you at a later time because they were a business. Look at that. Immediately, this message that I just sent out. Hey, I run a business that buys blah, 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 blah. If I were able to pay cash today, would you take a lower price? Yeah, how much you thinking? Right? Boom, right there. So I'm going to message this guy back after we're done, but because I want to get through this training for you guys and I want to keep it under an hour. So with that being said, do the reach outs, okay? Do the reach outs. And if you're interested in, working directly with me, you'll actually get access to this handy dandy tool that actually does the reach outs for you. Pretty awesome. All right. This thing literally sends the messages for you. It's called my Resell Hawk Auto Messenger. It's great. All right. So I want to move on to the next form of advertising that gets leads. Okay. So let me reshare my thing here. Hopefully it didn't erase everything. We'll see. There we go. Whiteboards. Here we go. Existing whiteboard. Okay. So the first way that we get leads is from reach outs. Okay. So let me kind of fix this a little. Here we go. Perfect. Go a little closer here. I guess I got to move these now. It's the thing. First time I've actually used the whiteboard option on Zoom. All right, so reach outs is the first way that you can get leads. Okay. Recommended 20, 30, 50 a day. Okay. You can do it on iPhones, Samsungs, MacBooks, smartwatches, cameras, whole bunch of stuff. All right. Definitely recommended. Now, the other way that I recommend getting leads is with what I call Facebook ads. So this is the second, probably easiest way to actually set this up. All right. So go here. Let me put in Facebook ads. Facebook. There we go. FB. Looks great. And this is the first part of the trifecta. Okay. So getting Facebook ads are essentially interruption marketing ads. All right. Interruption marketing is basically where you're interrupting somebody's newsfeed to bring awareness that you buy devices. Okay. So the way a Facebook ad actually works is like this. So I'm going to draw that part over here. So let's imagine this is an ad. Okay. It's a great ad. Perfect ad. The best ad there ever was. Right. So we're going to draw this. Let me get my camera out of the way. So the most important part of this ad, the most important part of this ad is the photo. Number one, that is the most important thing ever in the ads. And it should very quickly actually display what you want to do. Okay, this is advertising 101. Your ad needs to say exactly what you do in the fewest words possible. So the great thing about our offer is we buy phones, right? So you want your ad to say, I buy. This would be so much easier on an iPad or something. Maybe I'll do that next time. And then we're going to put phones. Okay. So you want to say, I buy phones. All right. The reason you want to say that is because that is your offer. Okay. That is what you do. You buy phones. The second most important part of the ad is the headline. Now, the headline sounds like it should be up top. Okay. But it is not. Okay. The headline is not up top. It is actually at the bottom. So I'm going to add text. I'm going to make this better. I'm going to do this right here and make this a little more fancy. I broke something. Oh, I broke everything there. Let me get rid of that and try again. So the headline is the second most important part. It should basically say basically what you're trying to tell them. So for example, in the headline, it should either say like sell a device or iPhone 11 and newer is what I've been going with lately. Okay, so I'm going to blow this up a little bit. So it should say iPhone 11 and newer, or sell a device, or something similar to that. Okay, and then up here, or I'm sorry, the little messenger thing is usually right here. We want it to be a messenger ad as well, guys. We want to start messages. All right, we don't really want to do any other form than that. The messenger has been working for literally like 5 years, and it just works well. All right. The next part is the text up here, what other people or marketers would call ad copy. And this basically says, we pay cash for phones, and then I'm just going to put etc. because it's usually pretty long. All right, so the most important part of the entire ad, though, is the I buy phones part with the photo. I'm going to give you guys some examples here in a minute of other people. And the next part is iPhone 11 and newer, which is the headline. And then the third most important part of the ad is this part up here. This is the third thing that people see. Okay. So it makes more sense that we focus on the photos more than anything else, which is why I recommend my 115 method or my automated sourcing method, which is basically one campaign, one ad set, and 5 different ads. Okay. I'll give you guys an example of that here in a minute. But I want to drive this home. All right. With Facebook ads, you're probably only going to close about 1 out of 10 leads. All right. So I'm going to put that here in a big old text for you guys. You're going to close 1 out of 10. Okay. Closes. The reason I say that is because Facebook ads are interruption marketing. All right. Interruption marketing is people are not looking for you. Okay, they're not searching for you. They're not doing any of that. Okay. They literally just found you. They're probably going to forget about you while they're watching their TikToks. All right. So it is your job to follow up with those people whenever they message you. It's your job. All right. So make sure that you're doing that. If you don't follow up with them, you can basically kiss them goodbye. All right. They're probably not going to sell to you. All right. So that's Facebook ads. Let me give you guys some examples here though of Facebook ads. All right. So let me go to my software resale deck and I will show you guys what they look like. Resale deck. So resale deck is another software that I own that is basically automated like a lot of parts of the reselling business altogether. So let me go here, launch ads. So we can actually launch ads directly from Resell Deck at this point. But I'm going to use it tonight to show you guys what the ads actually look like. All right. So this is what your ads should look like. And this should give you a couple of ideas on how this stuff works. Okay. So this first one here, it says I buy phones, right? So there's a couple of different photos in this. There's 5 total photos. All right. You want 5 total photos starting off your campaign. The reason you want 5 is it gives Facebook enough time to actually advertise multiple different photos. And it gives you more chances to basically win with your audience. All right. So you guys can see a couple of different types of things here. So you can see sell an iPhone 11 or newer, fix or sell a device today, buying iPhone X and newer, sell a device, sell a device, sell a device usually works pretty well. But you guys can see we got a bunch of different photos in here, right? There's a bunch of different photos, and not every photo is going to work in every area, okay? There's a reason for that, and that's just kind of how it is, all right? So, but this is what the ads look like. The most important part of these ads is the photo, okay? So that is incredibly important, all right? So moving on, let me go back to my whiteboard. All right, so moving forward with all of this. So we got reach outs down, we got Facebook ads kind of down, and then the last one is Google ads or Google My Business. They're not the same thing, despite what many people think. But we're gonna put in Google here. So I wonder if I can make this bigger. What does it look like? That's a highlighter. Okay, well, I guess not. Figure out how to do it later. So the last one here is Google. Okay, so I'm just going to put G for Google. Now, Google ads for phone flipping have only been around for about 2 years now. So it's not really saturated like Facebook ads are. But I figured out how to do Google ads about 2 years ago. And then kind of brought it to the communities. All of my students were the first people to get it. We were the first to the market. It was awesome. Okay. Still is awesome. The great part about Google is whenever somebody is typing in sell my phone near me, your business can pop up when somebody types that in. Okay. So that's important. And the ad can show up. So I'm going to give you guys some examples of what this actually looks like. So let me go here real quick. Let me share my screen again. And we're going to go to Google. So let me pop into Google here. Or actually, I'm in the Ads Manager or Google Ads right now. I'll just show you guys. So what does it actually look like? So let me pull it up here for you guys. Campaigns overview. So this is the inside of a Google Ads campaign. You can see this person is getting 47 convert. This is actually crazy. I haven't checked this in about a week. So this person here is actually getting leads for 266 per lead. And the great thing about Google is it gives you a crap load of data. It's amazing on how much data it gives you. It'll show you like which keywords are performing the best. So you guys can see here, like sell cell phone is performing really well. But I'm more concerned about which one is getting conversions. leading to them. So, for example, sell cell phone is good. Sell old phones is at 28 conversions. A conversion is basically a lead. Okay. So this right here is what your ad would actually look like as a Google ad. All right. This is how it would show up on your mobile phone. All right. Now, what does this actually look like inside of Google? So let me show you guys. So google.com. So let's type in sell my phone near me. So well, let's type in sell my phone. All right. So it would show up like that, sponsored right there. Okay. And a couple others that you can see here. There's a couple of other businesses that do this. All right. So like Eco ATM, this is a sponsored ad of theirs. It's worth more. Buybacktronics, Gazelle, and then Eco ATM again. Right. So these show up. Sponsored ads show up just like this. Okay. They show up on the top because you're paying for them. All right. That's what a Google ad is. I want to make sure everybody understands that. They are a little bit more, they take a little bit more time to actually set up than a Facebook ad does because you need a website to set up a Google ad. You can't just go in and launch it like Facebook, which we are working on that though. So that is the lead trifecta. Okay. So you want to be working about 30 to 50 reach outs a day. Okay, so I'm going to put here 30 to 50. All right, we're going to blow that up a little bit. And then on Facebook ads, I recommend people start off at about $5 a day per campaign. All right, so I'm gonna put that here as well. So $5 a day per campaign. And then increase. Now, I say $5 a day per campaign, meaning if you wanted to spend $25 a day starting off, then you would need to start 5 campaigns with 25 different photos. The reason I say that is because Facebook likes to do this thing where if you spend a lot of money with them right away, they take more and give you about the same amount you would have got with the same, the same amount of stuff you were paying for. So don't do that. It's not fun. And it wastes your money and your time and everything else. It's ridiculous. So I call it throttling the algorithm. So $5 a day per campaign. Okay. Same thing with Google. All right. So I recommend starting off $5 a day per campaign with Google as well. Okay. So now you can scale this up to spend $40 or $50 a day with these platforms. All right. And typically what you want to see with Facebook is you want to see under $5 a lead. All right. So ad costs have gone up over time, but you want to see under $5 per lead typically. Now, the lead cost isn't everything. Okay. A lot of people really focus heavily on the cost per lead when they really should be focusing on how they can close more deals with their negotiation skills. A lot of people have issues with negotiation skills. All right. Same thing with Google. Now, with Google, I actually recommend when you get a lead from Google that you actually call them. The reason I say call them is because the likelihood that you close a Google lead is much higher. Okay. So you need to call the Google leads because your chance of closing them is much, much, much higher than texting them would. Here's the reason why. People that go to Google need to sell their phone pretty much immediately. Okay. Like they need to pay an electric bill, they need to pay a water bill, they need to do something like that. Right. So they need to sell quick. So they're looking for a place to sell quick. So buy their phone quick. Right. So this is the lead trifecta, guys. Reach outs, Facebook ads, Google ads. If you get all 3 of these happening and you're getting leads inbound, so inbound would be Facebook ads and Google ads, outbound would be reach outs. Okay. So that's how these things work. All right. So, and if you do this correctly, you'll make money. There's no way you can't make money. Okay. You can make money off of reach outs alone, like my student Yvonne, who did $43,000 in literally 3 months. So let me pull that up actually. I'll give you guys a couple of case studies here on people that have done the stuff. If you guys don't know, I have a podcast where we actually interview people that have done stuff. They've worked with us. They've done, stuff like that. We go here, and so if you want to watch this, I recommend doing that. But you can go down here to episode, whatever this episode is. I think it's 13 or yeah, 15. So you can watch how Navon did $43,000 in profit in just 90 days. And he mostly just did reach outs. Okay. Now, the crazy thing is, guys, this stuff doesn't only work with phones. All right. So we also have students that do really good with game consoles. Like, if you're hesitant about phones, then flip some game consoles. All right. Like, game consoles are out there, man. There's a lot of them out there too. And you can make some really good money. We recently just interviewed somebody who did $16,000 in profit in 4 months, and that's episode 32 for you guys. She talks about how she did $16,000 in profit in 4 months, flipping mostly cameras and game consoles. So there's money to be made out here, guys. So like, I would recommend if you're on the fence about how this stuff works, I'd recommend going and listening to our podcast so that you can get an idea on how this can work for you. Because I know everybody likes to, see how this might work for them. I guarantee you there's somebody that we have interviewed that, has gone through exactly what you're talking about. So I'd recommend heading on over to my YouTube channel and watching these videos because they're very, very powerful. And I go over a lot with these. So recommend doing that. Let me see if I had any questions. I don't think I did because I had to share from my personal page instead of the group. So definitely recommend checking all that stuff out, guys. And if you guys are interested, we do have if you're a complete beginner, I'd actually recommend checking out our starter kit program. Give you guys a look into what that looks like. Our starter kit program is made for beginner phone flippers. And just to be fully transparent with you guys, the only reason there's a payment is simply because, when it hits every month, it actually reminds you to actually get started. And the reason for that is we see a lot of people, they kind of, get sidetracked with this business a lot. But the starter kit is 92 modules deep. It's very powerful. And it's a very good starting point for a lot of people that are just getting started with everything. And we want you guys to get started with this because we also want to buy phones from you. I'm going to leave everybody with a price sheet tonight. Just type price sheet in the comments below, and I'll make sure to send it over to you guys. So let me pull up this. So we go to the starter kit. So the starter kit, guys, looks like this. Looks like this. All right, so starter kit looks like this. Welcome to the program, all that good stuff. Welcome. Road to your first 2,500. Overview of how to post ads and generate leads. Paid advertising. Figuring out how much an item is worth and how much you should offer. Negotiation. And all of these things actually open up, and there's whole sections in them. Okay, so this course is relatively big. So I recommend checking it out. And I'll drop the link for you guys. But it's resellingelectronicsforprofit.com/learn-for-7. But this is a pretty large course with a bunch of stuff inside of it. So I recommend checking it out. So like I said, it's only $7 a month. And you can cancel anytime. Now, if you're somebody that's more of an expert, and you're really interested in getting this thing off of the ground, then I'd recommend booking a call with me directly or sending me a DM on Facebook, because we help people scale their business every single day. Okay. And I'm talking scale, I'm talking $10,000 a month in profit. Okay. So we actually have a Slack community for that specific program, along with another curriculum for it. But Slack community is basically a very tight-knit community where we help people grow. And you guys can see in here, like, some of the wins that, we're showing. Earlier this week, Abe here paid $315 for an S24 Ultra. Got Robert here with an unpatched switch. And then just wins after wins. And this is just today. Here's Rick with 5 phones. Here's Kevin sending a big order of damaged phones to his direct buyer. So, I mean, this stuff is no joke, guys. Like, this is stuff we do every single day. You guys can see more devices, more devices, more devices. My guys do a lot more than just phones. They do a lot of different devices as well. You guys can see that's a good example, actually, of all of the different things that my guys buy. And we teach them how to buy and how to make profit from them. So if you're somebody that's looking to actually scale their business and you're doing over $1,000 in profit a month already, I invite you to reach out to me directly. You can send me a DM, or you can just comment below saying, scale or something like that, and I'll reach out and help you and talk to you, see if you're a good fit. But if you're a beginner, go with our 7-a-month starter kit program. You can cancel at any time. You can see if this business is for you. One thing that a lot of our people that join the starter kit love is they get in the business and they figure out that this business it actually isn't for them. Okay? And that's okay. That's why we did it. You don't have to go spend $500 on a course to figure out that you don't like it. You can pay $7, figure out if it's something you can win at, and then you can upgrade to Recelerator, which is this program here. And you can scale your business. But if you're already there, then go with Reseller. Like, this was actually a pickup of mine a while back. Whole bunch of phones, about 50 something phones. But if you guys are interested in that, feel free to reach out to me. But I hope you guys learned something tonight from the Leads Trifecta training. So remember, you need to be doing at least 20 to 50 reach outs a day, or 30 to 50 reach outs a day. If you're doing that, you're gonna make some money by doing that alone. Okay. If you want to automate that, join Recelerator. You need to be running Facebook ads. And you can set that up. You can actually go to my YouTube channel, find free trainings on that. And then Google ads, Google ads are a little tough in terms of making videos for them that stay the same, because Google likes to change their platform like everybody changes underwear. So we actually keep a lot of the Google ads training inside of Recelerator, because number one, it requires a website and all sorts of stuff. But if you're good at stuff like that, you can probably figure it out. But if you want us to help you just do it and you want a website, we can actually provide it. Then reach out and we can talk about Recelerator. But let me drop these links for you guys. That way we can get out of here and I can go eat some dinner. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and I will answer them. ResellingElectronicsForProfit.com/learn47. And then for Recelerator, book a call. See if you're a good fit. Because we only take people that we believe will be a good fit. Just drop a comment for that. We can chat it up in Messenger or something. And kind of go from there. All right. That being said, links are in the chat, guys. Have a great night. Hope you guys learned something. And peace out.